So, last time we left off with a warning that a giant Mechaniloid was approaching the base and that everyone was going to die. Everyone except Zero, of course, he'd be fine. Anyway, this is a short mission consisting only of a boss. You might be asking, where's the boss? Well, he's up there. And now he's down here. Alright, so, this thing is going to attempt to dig into the resistance base and explode. And of course, that would be a bad thing, because I think none of the Reploids are really equipped to live through exploding, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I believe this guy's name is, Hapitan? Kind of a confusing name, really. I'm just gonna call it the Jully Man. Anyway, it's got 3 or 4 attacks because, of course, it has an X attack. The only attack that I'm really threatened by is the top attack, because I cannot for the life of me dodge that for some reason. Now, to defeat this thing, you have to destroy all 3 weapons. Also, its X attack, I believe it has a Pantheon that comes out of the top and shoots at you and can also trap you or something. But yeah, actually, just thought of something. I actually looked this up just the other day, and apparently failing this mission doesn't just, like, immediately lead to a game over or anything. If you escape, or if it digs all the way into the base and explodes, apparently it actually leads straight into another mission later on in the game. I'm not going to be showing that off. Actually, maybe I will. I'll do that, like, post-game or something, but I'm not going to show it off now, because, of course, that's going to be a mission that's in the game later. And I don't want to show that off at the moment, because that would kind of be a spoiler at this point. Anyway, just to note, as you might have guessed, there are a couple of Cyber Elves we're going to need to get. The first one can be obtained by destroying those flying things, not these bombs. But the flying things back there, I think we might have actually gotten them already, and I'm going to want to finish this thing off, because now that it's digging through this thing, I can. Because, as you might have guessed, there is another Cyber Elf down in that pit. We can't access it right now, but it is available. And, of course, if it didn't drill through this thing, we couldn't access it, which would just suck. But, that's that. Base is safe, we're great, we could get a Cyber Elf, actually we've gotten 3 technically, and I still need, well, we're going to get 3 and also a 4th one, because I forgot to pick one up back in the factory. Wow, seriously, I got an A rank? Huh. Holy crap, I actually got 20 points in clear time, that's rare. Wow, amazing. Alright, well, that's done with. I think there are actually a couple new conversations around the base. I could be wrong. I think that's a different conversation, right? Well, he's only got one thing to say, so whatever. What about you, little girl? Talk to me. And she's getting all philosophical or something. Okay, then. No, I don't want to talk. Well, I guess she has a third thing to talk about, so I guess it's kind of good that I talked to her, but, kind of wanted to enter this door, little girl. Could you let me do that? Okay, bye. Hey there, this doll is a present from Seal. Little girl, I'm trying to go to the bathroom. I got it from Seal. She made it for me, and it's great, and I like it. Alouette, please go away. I'm just gonna be leaving now. Bye, Zero. I'll see you later. Okay, that's great. That's great, Alouette. Bye. Converse with me, old man. Andrew, I am the job. Do you see anyone else doing anything around here? No, it's just me. I do everything. Stupid old man. Wait, really? Already? Seal didn't tell me about this. Alright, well, we got the shield boomerang. This thing is going to be present for the next two games, 02 and 03. I guess if you include this game, it's 3, but whatever. Anyway, the shield boomerang is way more useful than the triple rod. As you can see, it charges immediately, it shields you from bullets, and it can do this. It's actually a pretty useful weapon, I must say. In addition, I don't know if I've said this before, but hard mode is actually kind of difficult in that weapons don't actually gain levels. Now, that means that most weapons can't actually use elements because they can't charge up to max level, and as such, they can't take advantage of the elements. The shield boomerang is the exception to that because it can charge immediately. Can't charge fast yet, but whatever, it serves its purpose, so this is pretty much the most useful weapon in the game if you're playing hard mode. And, again, on its own, it's actually a pretty fine weapon. And you got nothing new to say, isn't that great? But yeah, of course it can only, block the tiny little energy bullets, not like huge attacks or physical attacks or anything like that. That should be obvious, but I thought I'd mention it. So, on to other things. Oh hey, it doesn't just shield you from it, it reflects things. Forgot about that. Also, if it wasn't obvious from the fact that, you know, the thing dug a hole through the building here, any damage that Mechaniloid does is permanent, so like when it fell down the little steps there, or ledges, whatever, that damage is still there. I'm not going to show it because, you know, I can just say it, and you really don't need to see it a second time, but, you know, I thought I'd make mention of it because it's pretty neat. I mean, really, permanent damage in a Game Boy Advance game? My god, what is this madness? Anyway, the Cyber Elf is down here. Oh, geez, hey, it's up here. That's kind of a tricky position. And kind of a mean position, really. If you just jump down, then you are likely to miss this, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Actually, not really whatever. That's just plain dick move-ish. That's totally a word. Dickish. Let's pretend I went with that in the first place. Anyway, as I said, we have one more thing to do, actually, and that would happen to be in the factory. Now, even if I didn't miss that Cyber Elf, I would actually be coming back here anyway, because there's actually a nice little reward you get for coming back here. Do you say what we get? Bet you will. Come on, mention it. Mention it! Nah, she didn't mention it. Guess we have to get a bit closer. Do you have a second? Nah, she doesn't have a second thing to say. Alright, so, guess we have to get closer. Now, there are no enemies here now that we've occupied the factory, and not only that... Here we go. You should be able to tell me, right? Yep. There are E-crystals everywhere. There are a ton of them, and this is a great place to grind. Or at least it would be, if not for the fact that these crystals will not actually respawn over time. There are only 2 times in the game you actually get to collect those, so make sure to grab them when you can. Because, trust me, there are plenty of them, and you don't want to miss them because, well, you saw when I grinded, like, what, 3,000 crystals? I was only able to feed 1 Cyber Elf, and while that was one of the biggest ones, I don't care. It still takes a lot. Seriously, it takes forever to get to 1,000. And then what? Guess what? One of them costs 1,000 to feed, so there's that. Yeah, I can totally see that, buddy. Don't worry, dude, I can sympathize with you. Of course, these little sparky things are now deactivated, so that makes our lives a hell of a lot easier. Apparently these things are still active. You think someone would have shut these down, given these kind of waste power, just, you know, they're firing lightning at nothing. So, you know, I would think given there's an energy crisis and we don't want to waste power that they'd want to turn those things off, but apparently not. Apparently the switch is non-existent, and this factory was just made to waste power 24/7. Now that just sounds kind of dumb to me, but whatever. Actually, hell, why are we even still powering these things? Where are they taking these girders? What do they even need girders for? Like, isn't this factory completed already? I mean, it looks complete. Like, why don't they just build a bridge just over this section so no one's killed, and just turn those robots off? They don't need to be in working condition. They don't need to work anymore. Seriously, waste of power. Has anyone around here heard of efficiency? Or, anything? Have they heard of being not dumb? How about convenience? Anything? No? Yes? Ah, there it is. Alright, well, that's easy enough. Can't believe I didn't grab that before. Alright. So, let's just look through this list. We've got quite a few Cyber Elves. Still not that close to completing our collection of Cyber Elves, but whatever. Still don't have the biggest animal. And we're missing a number of hackers. But anyway, yeah. So, that'll do it for this part. Next time on Mega Man Zero, we'll go rescue a twit or something. I don't know. Seems like a good thing to do.